Welcome to Mamma Mia 3, the roidening. Except not with steroids, but with Polaroid film. Have you seen a roll of Polaroid color negative film in 35mm before? Well, neither have I. And as far as I'm concerned, Polaroid never made 35mm film. So why is there Polaroid 35mm film? Well, just like Donna, Polaroid has had a scandalous past dancing and singing with her lady friend group about wanting a man for the night. Well, that leaves me, Donna's daughter, quite perplexed as to who my real dad is. Just kidding. I need to drop this. Let's make the connection to the Mamma Mia reference a little bit stronger. So basically, Polaroid didn't make color negative 35mm film, so they went to the likes of Kodak, Agfa, Fuji, and Konica, and they licensed out the Polaroid name to slap on a label so that those manufacturers could sell Polaroid film manufactured by them, and you would just get the Polaroid name on the label. But because Polaroid did this without a trace and left no breadcrumbs as to figure out who made the film, it's kind of hard to understand how this film will react after being expired for so long. Basically, there's 4 potential fathers that I know of for this Polaroid 35mm film that I shot. Kodak, Fujifilm, Agfa, and Konica. I know for a fact that it isn't Agfa film, because on this website I delightfully found that hasn't been updated in the last 20 years, Agfa shipped its Polaroid film in red canisters that delightfully had a sticker on it that said "Made in Germany." Unfortunately for me, this film canister does not have any such label on it. So how is one to find out what film manufacturer this came from? I don't think I will. So time to deduce. Kodak, Fujifilm, or Konica. Since I've shot Konica before, expired Konica, I can't really say that it has behaved like Konica. However, it behaves more like a Fujifilm in my experience, and not very much like a Kodak expired film. For the first roll, I loaded it up in my Nikon N8008S. I have no idea how to say that name. Nikon, please get your crap together 40 years ago. So, good news for this video is that I actually have 2 of these Polaroid films that say return to Walmart for quality film developing, but not scanning. So, I will be shooting both of these, hopefully in kind of different scenarios to get a feel for what they're like. I shot this roll at a metered 2 stops overexposed at 100 ISO, and that proved to be a mistake given that it was a bright sunny day and I probably could have metered it at 200. For some of the portraits, I got a little bit of a cyan cast on these photos. I'm not sure why that is, because on the second roll, I got a lot of magenta cast on the rolls, so I'm not sure what to make of that. Let's go to the second roll, shall we? New clothes, new me. Now you have to go back and check if I actually changed clothes throughout the video. But before the video ends, I wanted to share a couple of thoughts that I had about the film, such as the expected and the unexpected and the hijinks. For one of the expected things, I expected a fair amount of color shift, but I definitely didn't expect color shift in both directions from different rolls of film. The first roll went very cyan, kind of a green overcast, and the second roll went more magenta. And I thought that was interesting. Maybe something happens in the production of the film, inconsistencies perhaps. That is something that you can now add to your expected arsenal when you go to shoot 20-year-old film. Some of the semi-unexpected things about this film is that it was actually much grainier than I expected. For a 400 speed film, I would expect this amount of grain from maybe like 800 plus speed film. So if you wanted to shoot a 400 speed film that has more clarity and perhaps more consistency, consider shooting a Kodak expired stock. They're fairly cheap to come by still because they produced so much of it. But you can get a fairly decent expired roll of film from Kodak and it will be more consistent but still have that expired effect. One thing that I didn't quite expect was the skin tones, if lit evenly, looked pretty good. Given that it was an expired stock and it had a lot of color shift, the skin tones still managed to look fairly decent. And you just can't expect that much from a lot of these low-end expired films. So I guess in closing, if you have a roll of this sitting in your film fridge, I wouldn't save it for anything special. I would just go out and shoot it, use it and abuse it. maybe submit your script for Mamma Mia 3 to whoever you want. I don't care. For those of you that are new to the channel, this format is Expired Experience, where I take some lesser known roles, maybe some roles that aren't in production anymore, and I shoot them and tell you guys about my findings, tell you what I think about them and whether you should shoot them or not. So this one, I would have to say pass. If it's more than $5 per roll, I would pass on this film. It's not going to give you very good results and probably not the results that you want. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Follow me on Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube. Now that we got all that out of the way, bye.